Hey, what's up, Causenetic family?
Welcome to Cosmetic at World Council.
Yeah, Causenetic means being a person or thing that gives rise to a phenomenon that is dynamic or energizing.
We're tackling topics and telling the truth.
Hey, I'm Keith Vinson.
And I'm Rodrigua.
All right, so today we're talking about We Got Next.
We got next.
See, if y'all don't know, so like that's the basketball thing.
You got to do the movements.
Well, I mean, you can't say we got next
okay,
if you know.
Apparently.
Yeah, I still got a little something.
Yeah, you do.
We have some amazing teens here, the youngest folks here at the World Council. These guys have come from across the way, all the way over here to Denmark. We're going to start off by introducing each of them. You start here.
Hi, I'm Lucas Cosentino.
I'm Coen Nelson.
And I'm Matthew Roberson.
I'm Samuel Spignardo.
And I'm Sawyer Nelson.
All right.
Welcome from the Y of Central New York in Syracuse, all the way here to Denmark. So I'm going to start with who has the mic. What are you feeling? Like, how is it for you being here in Denmark?
I'm feeling really excited. I'm meeting so many new people, so many new faces.
Yeah.
And I'm making so many new friends.
Yeah.
And I'm learning so much that I can't believe I'm able to see all of these experiences that people have and just sharing my own with them.
I'm a little jealous. Like, I'm from New York too, and if I just went to Queens from Brooklyn, it was a whole thing. I didn't get to go to Denmark when I was a teen.
Brooklyn?
Don't start. Whatever. Whatever. How are you experiencing World Council?
I honestly feel a little humbled meeting all these great people with these powerful things they do at their own Ys, like CEOs from all over the world and things like that.
Nice. How about you?
I'm loving it so far. At first, I was a bit apprehensive. It's a lot of people, and I don't really do well in social situations a lot of the times.
Yeah.
But over this past week, I've really opened up to my collab groups, just new people that I've met, and I can truly say that this is one of the best experiences I've ever had.
Awesome.
I love it.
I guess it's honestly really nice. It's my first time out of the country, experiencing other cultures firsthand instead of learning about it in a book or just what people tell you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an awesome thing to take in. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel as if my horizons have been broadened. It's really gone from local to global for me. And meeting other people, making new connections, and kind of networking, but also just meeting new faces and knowing that we're not alone in the issues we have in our communities.
Yeah.
Knowing that there's others out there who feel the same and deal with the same issues.
Yeah.
Seeing that and connecting over that has been absolutely wonderful.
Has been great. I can imagine.
So you guys have been here, you've taken in a whole lot, you're going to these different collabs, you're hearing a lot of different stories, and I mean, you have your bird's eye view of America, and then you have kind of these immediate stories that literally people from all over the world. Like, what has been the big takeaway that you've had thus far?
I think one of the biggest takeaways I've had so far has been that the issues that we are having in America, in our country, even like in Syracuse itself, it's not centralized. It's everywhere. Everybody's struggling with something, whether that's a societal issue or a personal issue. And I think that being here, it really helps me like understand just how important it is that we are talking about all these issues.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
In my opinion, the biggest takeaway for me so far is that we're all from around the world, as we've experienced, and we all have our own goals, our own fights, but we're all here for a same purpose. It's like such a powerful experience, so that we can all unite. It's very powerful.
Right. Yeah.
And then to go off of that, I think that all of the collective experiences and our perspective of the world can all come together and figure out what to do. And since these are all of the issues that we have going on, we have the solutions right here. We just need to find them.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just kind of taken aback with how much I've not seen or heard or experienced. How much more there is to the YMCA in particular.
Yeah.
To people, I'm getting to see new sides of people I already know.
Right.
and getting to see new people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway from this is probably fully realizing how different we all are, but how amazing it is that as a global organization, we can all come together for one purpose. And it's awesome to see so many people with literally completely different lives
Yeah.
still being able to do that.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right,
So
right.
much of the work and what we have been learning and kind of engaging around here at World Council is around the Vision 2030, which clearly and multiple times talks about young people and centering young people and recognizing that young people are the way for the Y to remain relevant in years to come, right? And to go on and to address some of the most pressing issues in our country. And then you guys get to be delegates here at
Right,
World Council,
right.
where we're centering young people. So you get to vote on stuff that staff can't even vote on. Like, I'm a little jealous. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. How is that for you all? Does that feel like a lot of pressure? Like, you get to vote on literally the trajectory of the World Council. So how does that feel for you?
It's really exciting that we have this opportunity to be able to do this.
Yeah.
And to be able to have a voice and
Right.
be a participant in all of these cool, and just being able to vote.
Yeah.
And it's just so exciting, and I can't wait for any more opportunities.
Awesome.
Like, I want to vote every time there's a vote. I'm voting. Yeah.
For me, I'm the youngest one in the group, so
How old are you?
I'm 15.
Oh.
So this is
Did your parents, your guardians, do they call you a lot? Are they
No.
checking? Did you eat?
No.
Did you make sure?
They're
oh,
pretty
they didn't
cool.
even check on you.
No, they're pretty cool.
Okay, they're pretty cool. Okay.
But for me,
Oh my
I
God, he's good. All the way on a whole nother continent. He's fine. Okay.
like he's saying, the having a voice, especially
Yeah.
at my young age, and seeing like such a powerful experience that I get to participate and I get to meet people and have a voice here with all these people that are CEOs and executives. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, and your vote matters. Like, you guys are deciding.
Right.
Yeah, I think honestly, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, they always say, "Oh, we need the youth to vote. We need to have the youth to be in the stuff, in all the actions." But it's always just talk. But us five, we're like the youngest people, a few of the youngest people at this conference, and now it's like we're done talking. We're actually acting upon that, and I think
Yeah.
that the fact that we're here, I think, is definitely a big step in the right direction, and I think that it'll change the future, you know,
Yeah.
because
Right,
we are the
right,
future.
right,
so
right.
It does. That's true. It's past the talk and it's actually
Yeah.
happening.
Putting you into action right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
action and not reaction.
Yeah.
So, as the next generation, I mean, you guys are going to get too old to do this anymore.
Hold on. He's gonna
And-
get too old, not me.
Oh, you might want to say already, but
Don't
I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that.
No, you weren't
I'm
supposed to
sorry.
say that.
Yeah.
No, eventually, running all of this will be up to us. And
Yeah.
it's nice to be able to have a say in it now, to get our bearings now before it's all
a
up
good
to
point.
us and we're just thrown in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an excellent point. That's
Yeah.
an excellent point.
I'm trying to think, and I've heard it said, I've heard it said before here at one of the panels I went to, but the question being somewhat existential, but why is it up to the youth? Why have we gotten that far?
Yeah.
And I think it's that idea that really, I think, can be answered here. It's that it's not just our right to live and to live freely and do whatever we want. We have a duty and responsibility to the
Yeah.
world and the people around us and the communities we live in.
That's good.
And having such privilege means that we should just be doing that much more.
Yeah. Yeah. That's excellent.
Because
That's
you have
excellent.
the privilege, you should be doing
You
that
should be
much
doing
more.
that much more.
I mean, that's a concept that if we can hold on to that understanding that we are in a privilege, yes, a lot of stuff that is going on in the world.
Yeah.
But some of us are in a place of privilege. And then when we have that privilege, what is it that, we're going to do? And so as we're wrapping this up right now, we'll go around real quick. Like we talked about what's the takeaway that you guys would take home, but what is the action step that you're going to take when you get back? Because we're going to be talking to your CEO here in a couple of weeks on the podcast,
Yep.
Mr. Bertram Lawson. And
Bertram.
Yeah.
he's the man. And so what's the action step you guys going to take when you get back home? Real quick, go around the table.
So I think the first action step that I'm going to take, for me, mental health has always been a big issue because I've struggled with it, and I know many people that have struggled with it.
Yeah.
And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the higher ups at my branch, and I'm going to express what we talked about at the mental health panel the other day, and why it's so important for us to actually do stuff to better the mental health of not only the members but the youth and the staff.
Good.
Awesome.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
For me, I kind of learned this from my excursion where I met a youth council, a bunch of young people in their local politics. I want to go back home and figure out who I can get in contact with to give the youth in my Y more of a voice and get more involved.
We, as youth, definitely need more of representation and be able to have more of a voice, but also be able to have a say in what goes on in our community.
Yep.
And we are working on that. I can't express how much more that we are working on it, and it's super exciting that we're able to have the voice and be able to continue to have more leaders, youth leaders, come into the YMCA.
Nice. Go back and organize.
As it's been said, the youth know the problems and they know the solutions. So knowing that, I think I'm as soon as I get home, I'm going to do what I can to make things green. I know that at least locally, from where we're from, there's a lot of discussion over how people are upset that they want to make solar panel farms because people think it looks ugly. It's not on their land. It's not in their view. It's just people not wanting to change.
That's all. Yeah.
And we need to change.
Amen.
I like it.
Amen.
A lot of the things I've learned talking to the different delegates and individuals here from not only YUSA, but also YMCAs all over the world and the continents. And one of the main questions I like to ask people when I first meet them is, what does your YMCA focus on? How do you run things? What do you do? And a lot of the things that I've learned are there's a lot that I want to take home
Yeah.
and bring up to my supervisors at work and to our higher ups at my own YMCA.
All right.
Well,
I
it's
see
evident that
change is about to
Central
happen.
New York is about to be like the #1 place to be because of you all. We're going to steal it in Dallas. There's no need to recreate it because they're already doing it
There you go.
in
I'm
Central
just
New
saying.
York. So
Just saying.
thank you all for taking time out of your busy day. I know you guys are all over the place, eating all kinds of stuff, meeting all kinds of people, right? Thank you for taking time. I'm so excited that you all are representing YUSA here in Denmark. And thank you all for listening to Cosmetic at World Council.
On this episode of We Got Next.
Subscribe and listen to us weekly.
Hey, and don't be shy. Give us a 5-star review.
And as always,
Be dynamic
be phenomenal.
and be Causenetic.
Y'all were so excellent.
Thank you.
How was it for you? It was good.
First podcast interview.
Really?
First
Y'all
of
should
many.
start a podcast.
You know what? I was saying that.
There you go.